Welcome students. In this video we are going to study about the general characteristics of kingdom Animalia and criteria used for animal classification. Before that, in previous lecture you have studied the different biological terms related to this topic. Now we are going to study about this general characteristics of kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia includes the living organisms having heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are multicellular and eukaryotic. What is meaning of multicellular? The body of organism is formed from many cells. Multicellular, eukaryotic. What is meaning of eukaryotic? They show presence of well-developed nucleus in the cells of that organism or animal. They shows eukaryotic cells. They are multicellular and they shows heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So all animals are multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic living organisms. Then they show presence of holozoic mode of nutrition. They are holozoic because they can eat the food material in the solid form by the process of ingestion. Ingestion, taking food material inside the mouth, and this mechanism is present in case of animals, so they are called as holozoic mode of nutrition. Then they shows absence of cellulose, cell wall and chloroplast. Cellulose, it is present in the cell wall of plant cell. Chloroplast, one of the cell organelle which is present only in kingdom Plantae, and chlorophyll is the pigment which is responsible for the process of photosynthesis. So cellulose is also absent in case of animals. Chloroplast absent in case of animals, and chlorophyll pigment is also absent. So cellulose, cell wall and chloroplast are absent in this kingdom Animalia. Then in case of animals, locomotion and movement is well developed or present. All animals can move from one place to another place. They shows various types of locomotions. So locomotion and movement is present in kingdom Animalia. Then they shows presence of well developed sense organs. सर्व सेन्स ऑर्गन्स आहेत ते ॲनिमल मध्ये असतात. कान, नाक, त्वचा, डोळे, जीभ, ह्या सगळे सेन्स ऑर्गन्स आहेत. हे सगळे सेन्स ऑर्गन्स आहेत ते ॲनिमल मध्ये असतात आणि त्याच्यामुळे इथे नर्वस कोऑर्डिनेशन is well developed in kingdom Animalia. They show presence of all the sense organs and nervous coordination, giving stimulus to the response is present in case of animals. Then they show presence of division of labors, well developed divisions of labor. कामाची विभागणी आपल्या शरीरामध्ये व्यवस्थित झालेली आहे. Division of labor is well developed. And reproduction is mainly by sexual as well as asexual method. Sexual and asexual types reproduction, दोन्ही प्रकारचं रिप्रोडक्शन आपल्याला किंगडम ॲनिमालिया बघायला मिळतं. एक म्हणजे सेक्शुअल म्हणजे काय, तर या प्रकारच्या रिप्रोडक्शन मध्ये गॅमेट्स तयार होतात. सर्व हायर ॲनिमल्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये सेक्शुअल टाईपचं रिप्रोडक्शन होतं आणि लोअर ॲनिमल्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये असेक्शुअल टाईपचं रिप्रोडक्शन होणार आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल स्पॉन्ज असेल, हायड्रा असेल, तुम्ही पाहिलेलं आहे 10वी मध्ये. हायड्रामध्ये बडिंग मेकॅनिझमनी रिप्रोडक्शन होतं म्हणजे काय, इट इज वन ऑफ द टाईप ऑफ असेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. हायर ॲनिमल्समध्ये गॅमेट्स तयार होतात, फ्यूज होतात, झायगोट तयार होतो आणि या प्रकारच्या रिप्रोडक्शनला काय म्हणायचे, सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. सो ॲनिमल शोज सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन as well as asexual type of reproduction in case of this kingdom Animalia. See here again one by one. All animals are multicellular, eukaryotic and heterotrophic. They shows holozoic mode of nutrition. They shows absence of cellulose, cell wall and chloroplast. Then locomotion and movement present in case of kingdom Animalia. They shows well-developed nervous coordination as well as reproduction occurs by sexual and asexual method. So these are the various characteristics of kingdom Animalia. Then we get into the criteria used for animal classification. Various criteria used for the classification of animals so as to animals are divided into the various groups or categories. Which are these different criteria? First one, that is grades of organization. In case of animal, there are various grades of organization. Animal shows presence of only cells or body is formed from grouping of cells but tissue formation is absent. So this type of organization is called as cell level organization. In case of another organization, only tissues are formed but organs are not formed. So such type of organization is called as tissue level organization. Some animals show presence of only organs and organ formation is present in that type of organization, so called as organ level organization. Or in addition to this, in higher animals there is formation of system is present, that is all the organs coordinated together to form a system. One of the example is digestive system, in which mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, these are the various organs. All these organs connected together to form a single system, and this type of organization is called as organ system type of organization. So in case of animal, some animals show presence of cellular organization, tissue level organization and organ system level of organization. There are various specific examples related to this cellular level of organization, that is sponge in case of phylum Porifera. Then tissue level organization found in phylum Coelenterata. One of the example is Hydra. And organ level of organization, that is in case of phylum Platyhelminthes. One of the example is liver fluke. Whereas all the higher animals show presence of well-developed systems, that is digestive system, nervous system, circulatory system, respiratory system. All these are the various systems found in higher animals. So this is the first level of, this is first criteria, that is grades of organization. याच्यानुसार पेशी फक्त असणारे, उती तयार होणारे, ऑर्गन्स तयार होणारे आणि पूर्ण सिस्टीम असणारे असे वेगवेगळे प्राणी आहेत. त्याच्यानंतर बघा बॉडी सिमेट्री. सेकंड क्रायटेरिया आपण कोणता वापरणार आहे? बॉडी सिमेट्री. काही ॲनिमल्स मध्ये दोन समान भाग होतात, त्यांना आपण काय म्हणतो? आपण बायलॅटरल सिमेट्रिकल ॲनिमल्स. Some animals shows absence of this symmetry, so called as asymmetrical animals. Animals are called as asymmetrical animals. Some animals show presence of symmetry, that is body divides into two equal half by a single plane, called as bilateral symmetrical. These animals are bilateral symmetrical animals, whereas some animals shows many symmetry, more than one symmetry, and this symmetry goes from the radius of that animal. So this type of symmetry is called as radial symmetrical animals. So animals are classified into three types on the basis of symmetry. See here again, asymmetrical animal shows absence of symmetry. Bilateral symmetrical animal shows one symmetrical axis and body is divided into two equal half. And radial symmetry means the symmetry by which animal can be divided into two half by many planes. So this is radial symmetry, and animals are called as radially symmetrical animals. Then next criteria, that is coelom, or it is also called as body cavity. Depending on type of body cavity, animals are classified into three types. First one, acoelomate animal, second one coelomate animal, and third one pseudocoelomate animal. So these are the different types of coelom, and depending upon the type of coelom, animals are classified into acoelomate. Animals are called as acoelomate, or second type, that is pseudocoelomate. In case of pseudocoelomate, the animal shows presence of false type of coelom, so called as pseudocoelomate. And the third one, that is coelomate animal in which the coelom is well developed, called as coelomate animals. Pseudocoelomate shows false type of body cavity, and in case of acoelomate, body cavity is absent. So depending upon presence or absence of or type of coelom, animals are classified into these three types. Then next one, germ layers. How many germ layers are present in that organism? Depending upon number of germ layers, animals are classified into two types, that is diploblastic and triploblastic. Diplo means two, presence of two germ layers. Animal shows presence of only two germ layers, that is endoderm and ectoderm. So these animals are called as diploblastic animal. One of the example is hydra. Next one, that is triploblastic animals. In case of triploblastic animals, three germ layers are present. Triplo means three. These three germ layers are ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So animals are divided into two types, that is diploblastic and triploblastic. Then next one, that is segmentation. Animals are divided into segmented animals or segments are absent, that is called as unsegmented animals. So these are the various criteria for the classification of animals. In next lecture, we are going to discuss about this criteria one by one, from the grades of organization, then body symmetry, coelom, germ layers, segmentation and type of body plan. Thank you.